Don't forget to like and subscribe!
Wait, where is it? Oh, this was a lot farther than they made it out to be. Because they made it out to be like right outside the door, right? But no. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
No one's come to deliver the ingredients yet. Paimon thought we'd see someone come flying down on a Yunkasaur as soon as we came out.
A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. They usually come climbing down the cliffs nearby. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
So, should we keep walking? Maybe they got lost.
I just saw a ghost.
Oh. Hello,
Hey,
guy.
you there. Sorry, but does Tlisoli live around here?
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
It don't look like it. I don't see no ingredients.
Ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eating myself. Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Xilonen, where'd she go?
To fight the monsters, I'm assuming.
Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters?
Oh.
Let's go help her out!
Wow, she is quick to act.
Transfix! By royal decree! Bring it!
All right, that should be it for the monsters. Yeah, it was easier than I thought. Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The goods weren't damaged either.
Are they the ingredients that we're looking for?
Strange, we didn't see any monsters on the way here.
You must have terrible luck. You didn't provoke them, did you?
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. This area is usually very safe. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Even the docile Tepetlosaurs are in a frenzy. Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nachka will even be able to find some playmates. She's so young and hasn't even, Nachka's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. They've even told me about Nachka's favorite game. If I remember right, it was...
Wow, why is... Okay, something's going on, right?
strange. I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Look at that! He has a Blaze Gem inscription too!
Oh, okay, then it has to be something to do. So luck shouldn't be the problem. Seems like there's quite a market for those inscriptions.
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back for you. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
Sure thing. Paimon can help too.
Huh? Oh, sure. Paimon can take care of these grapefruit that fell out of the bag.
At least you're doing something useful.
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff?
And they're all carrying a Blaze Gem inscription.
Paimon not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all somehow related.
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat tonight.
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long? I was starting to worry.
You know, some monsters,
Oh
typical
yeah,
stuff.
we ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
Alright, as long as everything's okay now. You all have a seat. I'll get the food ready. It won't take long.
Tlisoli gets to work on food after cooking. Okay, great.
Oh, there's so much tasty food! You're amazing, Tlisoli!
Yeah, all that looks good.
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be shy. Dig in, everyone.
What would you like to start with? No flying on the table, Paimon.
Paimon can't reach that dish! Could you give Paimon some? Come on!
That's funny.
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving, please?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course! Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones?
Well, yeah, but still.
I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nachka.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nachka can't eat these dishes anyway.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth for her.
Oh no. But Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
No, recovering from her illness, not recovered. Different things.
Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone. The doctor said the fact that she's stable is already quite a miracle. But it's okay. Nachka can talk to me now and can even hold my hand. That's more than I could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that sucks. I hate that.
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nachka's soul. She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record things, right?
Somewhat.
Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nachka's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss, and can never be retrieved again. As one example of that, Nachka now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother.
Yeah, I guess.
She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? Why is she stuck here in this house? Was she abandoned?
Dude, you shouldn't do that to yourself.
Nachka really has no
'cause that
idea
just
that
sounds
her
like a
real mother
nightmare.
is right in front of her, and has never left.
So you plan on recreating Nachka's woven scroll all by yourself?
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago?
Blaze gem inscription? Whose is it?
The delivery guy's. I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when blaze gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing blaze gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you?
Yeah, everyone's memory loss has something to do with Nachka.
Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. Huh. For what's only supposed to be a pretty souvenir, this inscription contains a phlogiston engraving with a truly overkill level of complexity. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this blaze gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the blaze gem inscriptions that can be activated at any time. Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Xilonen.
Well,
That's right. I have a way to cure Nachka and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nachka that contains all of her past memories.
you're going to make an ancient name for a Nachka, but ancient name must be approved by the Wyab. Yeah, that too.
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within the ley lines. Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wibe's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your Blaze Gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. You will use the inscriptions to form a massive memory bank for Nechka. And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the Blaze Gem inscriptions took away any memories related to Nechka?
Even though Nechka has forgotten her own past, her life was still witnessed by other people. Yeah, that part I understand, but the whole...
Using other people's memories of Nechka to reconstruct her past? This is the first time I've heard of such an idea.
I mean, it's effective, as we've seen.
You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechka and allow her to regain her past again.
But wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription?
I hope not. Let's hope it's just the memories they had with Nechka and nothing else.
Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. That way, there's no chance of anyone in the tribe getting hurt. This is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nechka's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, Tlusoli?
Even though it's not an official ancient name, that's still a lot to do on your own.
Yes, it was lots and lots of work. It was truly exhausting. Or perhaps I've just grown old. You saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun. I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechka's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechka up to this central inscription.
Oh, gotcha.
I thought you just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechka back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nechka won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name is Nechka. When that time comes, she will be left to drift around the world all alone, unknowing of where she came from or where she should go. She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechka name. Whether it be as her mother or as a name engraver, I can't simply stand by and let her name disappear.
Xilonen?
Let her think about this for a moment. Yeah, quiet, Paimon. Let her decide. Yeah.
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses, and I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Nechka for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you.
Do we want that? No, I mean, I guess we don't have memories
I'm sorry
with
it took me so
nature.
long to finish them.
Yeah, we like I was saying, we don't have memories with Nechka, so I guess we'll be fine from the memory loss.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechka before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
Oh, okay, so they are pointing it out.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts. Please, take them.
What was that noise?
Nechka must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nechka, don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nechka, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you. Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop.
Wait, what? Oh crap, it canceled it out. Shit. I hate that. Whatever, it's fine. God dang it, Hoyoverse, why do you do that? You know people are just gonna teleport. Why? Why? I don't get it. I'm so frustrated. Because I wanted to hear that. Shit. Well, whatever. Shaking my damn head.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. The workshop is a little messy, so unfortunately, I won't be able to show you around.
But I want to have a look. A mess is what. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem.
Okay, what is the problem?
It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside.
Oh, shit.
Well, I suppose it was my fault for being so focused on searching for information at the time that I forgot to lock the door.
Well, freaking Kachina shouldn't be going into other people's houses without letting them know, okay?
After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then
Oh my god.
boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her head.
That's just, dude, I would just give up.
Oh no!
I would just was Kachina okay? Well, yeah, she was, obviously, but yeah, I'll just give up, bro.
She's lucky
I'll
I
just lay
noticed in
there.
time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
Smart. Are they really that many books? I thought a workshop was supposed to be full of tools, right?
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place.
Well, I would imagine she makes like more enchanted stuff. And to do that you need like spells or scrolls or whatever, so that would make sense.
But it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. Aside from the necessary craftsmanship, I also need to consult many ancient texts. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit, behind which are countless related stories to support it. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a certain spiritual will. And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within the name.
Hence why the history books. Got
And
it.
to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible and read through them all.
That sounds like a lot of work. I would just stick with normal, mundane swords and armor.
But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about themselves.
Naturally, yeah.
For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information as cross-references. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
If only they could be even more powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire cliff in one punch.
Gotcha. Kind of like what Mawika did in past quests,
It's just
Archon
a
quests.
form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't have those kinds of physically tangible effects. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. and that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future. To put it another way, it's like having a lamp in your hand as you walk through the darkness of night.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly.
I think that's just you.
But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than walking alone. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that.
I don't think Lumine was worried to begin with, but sure. Give yourself a bit more credit.
Paimon
It's
sure
fine.
many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler.
Please, you're always the one to get tired when we're on the road. Yeah, and you float, so...
Paimon always flying, of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Try not to fall asleep on me next time then. Right, yeah.
Anyway, this is what Plisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most. I've never been able to figure out the rest.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. Ugh, you know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment while I grab my things.
Xilonen opens the door and walks into a workshop. Some unsettling crashing sounds come from the workshop, followed by agonizing creaks and squeaks. Yeah. Eventually, Xilonen rushes out the door with a box in her arms. She then turns and kicks the door closed, shutting the sound of dusty books falling to the ground inside. Oh god.
Did you hear a whole section of something collapse in there just now?
Don't worry about it.
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I've already made copies of them. I, kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. I had to resort to brute force. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. It shouldn't take long.
Okay, great. I figured it would take long, but you do your thing.
Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
We're disassembling it, not destroying it. Paimon, relax.
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it.
Oh god, that was forever ago.
Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing. I really don't want to engrave such a large diagram with my bare hands.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside without ruining Tlasoli's inscription?
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription,
this is a
it
lot.
would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechka.
So, Xilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
There's an 80% chance that it's part of the 20%. Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
As I said,
it's
Auntie
fine.
and
It's
I
fine.
share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible.
So you're talking about it from a technical perspective.
Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. There's no debating that. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into practice.
You really care about efficiency above all else.
After
Same.
all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further.
Oh my
We're not in the
goodness.
tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon, nicknames are your specialty. See, your nicknames need more... Yeah. You need to put more thought, Paimon.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Xilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Phew. Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Oh, God.
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, entertain me.
A nickname? Xilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others.
Better make it a good one, Paimon.
Smith?
That's terrible.
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay, time to make like a smith and start smithing. Watch closely.
Yeah. I'd rather watch than you explain it to me. What are we doing? Activate your skill. Sure. Oh, we're connecting the dots.
Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop.
Gotcha.
The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription
Can I
like a
jump? I
little
can.
more
Okay,
just to
great.
be. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated,
Oh my God,
the
she goes
inscriptions
backwards.
here will overlap with each other.
Weirdly. Not weirdly, but...
There. That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Xilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Is that the power of the Children of the Echoes? Yeah, pretty much all of them can do something similar.
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe. It's just the, phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes.
Oh. What?
But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time.
Don't tell me you're actually already covered head to toe in work equipment.
More or less, yeah. I usually
Well-
have at least the key equipment on hand.
That's fair, I guess.
I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3 phlogiston.
You know what this seems like? Like a scientific formula, and I can't get down with it. It's too dank for me. Everything she just explained for the past like 10 minutes, nope. I couldn't repeat it even if you wanted me to.
Diagram just appeared!
After some time, the blast of phlogiston cease and the central inscription returns to Xilonen's hands.
So are you done checking the inscription, Xilonen? How does it look?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed based on ancient name engraving techniques.
So that means...
That means we can help Tlisoli and Nichka now, right?
Well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have a choice in the matter.
Well, I would want the bad news first anyway.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. But, before we get to that, I want to ask the Traveler a question.
Oh god,
What are your thoughts on absorbing memories?
It's necessary to save Nichka. It somehow doesn't seem right. Oh boy. My opinion on it would be... It is necessary to save Nichka, so I'm probably gonna go with that. But I understand both points, right? You want to save... The mom wants to save the daughter, but we're messing with innocent bystanders, right? Like, I get it. But I'll go with it's necessary to save.
Yeah, well, sounds like something you'd say. But if you ask me, there's a problem with what Auntie said. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person.
I see. So there's more to it.
By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices, it is completely possible for her to use this inscription to accomplish far bigger things.
So it basically comes down to if we're gonna trust Auntie with it or not. If she uses it, like, unfaithfully, you know what I mean? Like, in the wrong way. Like, if she's just using it to save her daughter, then it's fine. But if she uses it for more than that, we just have to blind trust her.
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, I'm assuming you can't do this.
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this Blaze Gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices or signs that she intends to put it to such uses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
From a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that possibility as yet to be confirmed for now. The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this Blaze Gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyab, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyab actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearer sense the information from within the ley lines. If you remove the Wyab from the process and don't use any tools, then finding a specific story is akin to trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river.
So before you're even able to retrieve the sand, you will most likely drown. Wow, that's... yeah, I guess.
Exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nichka as the only ancient name bearer of this ley line. There's no way Auntie would let Nichka plunge into the river of memories without any tools. She'd only be overwhelmed by the surge of memories. And considering that Nichka has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the correct past.
Wow, this is getting more muddy as we go along, ain't it? Jesus.
Only Aunt Tlisoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nichka's Wyab to help her extract the corresponding memories in the different situations she may face. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted memory is correct. Nichka would essentially be getting her past back. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nichka. But Auntie is not a Wyab. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
Oh, so at any moment she might just, I see this is a problem, so she might just peace out of life.
How can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Tlasoli will...
She's already made up her mind. She's ready to pay that price. Yeah, she is, for sure.
Names
Like, no
and
doubt.
blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
Alright. Let's go see her. See what she has to say. Oh boy.
Ah, Xilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
I mean, everything checks out so far.
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions, but I must have complete control over all the inscriptions and the ability to oversee their uses. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nichika's past. We'll plan a set time frame together from which the memories can be drawn from shortly. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal act and halt all work related to the central inscription.
Oh wow, well that's good.
After the memory
Some
bank is
regulations.
constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions must be stopped immediately. Only functionalities for outputting memories will be kept.
I accept. Thank you, Xilonen. I really...
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this. If you needed my help, you should have just said so. There's no need to beat around the bush like you did.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
Oh geez, that might be either good or bad.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nachka.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan.
Well, looks like the table is pretty much clear.
I need some time to consider how to let Nachika control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. Oh, by the way, did you give the book to Nachika?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up.
Oh,
Wait till her birthday
okay.
and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
So she's out of bed again.
Oh, is Nachika up again? But what was all that noise? It sounded like something broke.
Maybe she knocked something over?
Uh-oh. What if something fell on her? We should check. Paimon will go have a look.
Wait, why?
Nachka, don't hurt yourself.
Xilonen, is that you?
We see her. I didn't think we were going to.
You're Nachika?
Oh, I guess her face is still covered. Well,
How
whatever.
many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nachika.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times.
Wow, how long is that book?
You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
No, she's all mixed up.
Oh,
The one she read isn't from Xilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever. I was so busy taking care of her that I forgot about the book and even forgot that she had asked you for a gift.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find on the market now.
so the happy ending one?
Ugh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nechka enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nechka probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you.
Hello.
Oh! Seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Hello, Nechka.
Yeah, Nechka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since she's been stuck indoors for the last few days, why don't we take her out for a walk?
If she can. Let's check your temperature. Seems the fever's gone.
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think she...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me.
And if it's anything to do with like abyss power, we can just purify it. It's fine.
We won't
got
leave
this.
the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. Let's give her a proper celebration. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom.
Let's hope. You are a kid.
Didn't you say before that I need more fresh air?
All right. As you wish. I also happen to have a few repaired blaze gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nechka's water bottle and some towels. Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
Wow, she is getting ready. Chasoli enters Nechka's room. Okay, great.
Talk about being prepared.
We can camp out with all that stuff?
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go. Please be good now, Nechka. Don't cause any trouble for Xilonen and the others.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nechka. Feel free to tell us anything. And even I was quite a handful for Auntie when I was little.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Everything will be fine.
If you don't stir up some trouble when you're little, then you'll never get the chance again. Lies. You can stir up trouble when you're older, too. It just
Okay,
depends on what trouble.
Thanks, everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Igno. I've had her blaze gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Alright, sounds good. Well, we'll go back to the tribe in the next episode. Yeah, Xilonen just spoke a whole bunch of stuff. Like, she was explaining some stuff about the ancient names and whatnot, but I just, dude, nope. I completely forgot all of that already. Wow, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. That was too dank for me. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later.